ether, air, fire, water, and earth, the five basic elements, manifest in the human body as three basic principles, or humas, known as the Tridishor. From the ether and air elements, the bodily air principle called Vatu is manifested. In Sanskrit terminology, this principle is called Vata-doshor. The fire and water elements manifest together in the body as the fire principle called Pitta. The earth and water elements manifest as the bodily water human. These three elements, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, govern all the biological, psychological and physiopathological functions of the body, mind and consciousness. They act as basic constituents and protective barriers for the body in its normal physiological condition. When out of balance, they contribute to disease processes. They govern the creation, maintenance and destruction of bodily tissue, and the elimination of waste products from the body. They are also responsible for psychological phenomena, including such emotions as fear, anger and greed, and for the highest order of human emotions such as understanding, compassion and love. Thus, the Tridishor are the foundation of the psychosomatic existence of man. The basic constitution of each individual is determined at conception. At the time of fertilization, the single male unit, the spermatozoon, unites with the single female element, the ovum. At the moment of this union, the constitution of the individual is determined by the permutations and combinations of bodily air, fire and water that manifest in the parents' bodies. The constitution is called Prakruti in Sanskrit, a term meaning nature, creativity, or the first creation. In the body, the first expression of the basic five elements is the constitution. The basic constitution of the individual remains unaltered during the lifetime, as it is generally determined. The combination of elements present at birth remains constant. However, the combination of elements that governs the continuous physiopathological changes in the body alters in response to changes in the environment. Throughout life, there is a ceaseless interaction between the internal and external environment. Together, the Tridosa governs all metabolic activities, anabolism or Kapha, catabolism or Vata, and metabolism, Pitta. When Vatu is out of balance, the metabolism will be disturbed, resulting in excess catabolism, which is the breakdown or deterioration process in the body. When anabolism is greater than catabolism, there is an increased rate of growth and repair of the organs and tissues. Excess Pitta disturbs metabolism, excess Kapha increases the rate of anabolism and excess Vata creates catabolism. In childhood, anabolism and the Kapha elements are predominant, since this is the time of greatest physical growth. In adulthood, metabolism and the element of Pitta are most apparent, because at this stage the body is matured and stable. In old age, catabolism and Vatu are most in evidence, as the body begins to deteriorate. The chart in the textbook is provided to help the reader determine his or her individual constitution. The determination of one's particular constitutional type, using this chart, should serve only to draw general awareness to various areas of life, such as diet, in order to encourage a regimen that will promote good health. People of Vata constitution are generally physically underdeveloped. Their chests are flat and their veins and muscle tendons are visible. The complexion is brown, the skin is cold, rough, dry and cracked. There usually are a few moles present, which tend to be dark. Vata people generally are either too tall or too short, with thin frames which reveal prominent joints and bone ends because of poor muscle development. The hair is curly and scanty, the eyelashes are thin and the eyes lusterless. The eyes may be sunken, small, dry, active, and the conjunctiva is dry and muddy. The nails are rough and brittle. The shape of the nose is bent and turned up. Vata people crave sweet, sour and salty tastes and like hot drinks. The production of urine is scanty and the feces are dry, hard and small in quantity. They have a tendency to perspire less than other constitutional types. Their sleep may be disturbed and they will sleep less than the other types. Their hands and feet are often cold. These people are creative, active, alert and restless. They talk fast and walk fast, but they are easily fatigued. Psychologically, they are characterized by short memory but quick mental understanding. They will understand something immediately, but will soon forget it. They have little willpower, tend toward mental instability and possess little tolerance, confidence or boldness. Their reasoning power is weak and these people are nervous, fearful and afflicted by much anxiety. Each constitutional type also exhibits certain patterns in interactions with the external environment. Vata people tend to earn money quickly and also to spend it quickly. Thus, they tend to remain poor. These people are of medium height, are slender and body frame may be delicate. Their chests are not as flat as those of Vata people and they show a medium prominence of veins and muscle tendons. They have many moles or freckles which are bluish or brownish red. The bones are not as prominent as in the Vata individual. Muscle development is moderate. The Pitta complexion may be coppery, yellowish, reddish or fair. The skin is soft, warm and less wrinkled than Vata skin. The hair is thin, silky, red or brownish and there is a tendency toward premature graying of hair and hair loss. The eyes may be gray, pea or copper brown and sharp, the eyeballs will be of medium prominence. Their conjunctiva is moist and copper-colored. The nails are soft. The shape of the nose is sharp and the tip tends to be reddish. Physiologically, these people have a strong metabolism, good digestion and resulting strong appetites. Their person of Pitta constitution usually takes large quantities of food and liquid. Pitta types have a natural craving for sweet, bitter and astringent tastes and enjoy cold drinks. Their sleep is of medium duration but uninterrupted. They produce a large volume of urine and the feces are yellowish, liquid, soft and plentiful. There is a tendency toward excessive perspiring. The body temperature may run slightly high and hands and feet will tend to be warm. Pitta people do not tolerate sunlight, heat or hard work well. Psychologically, Pitta people have a good power of comprehension, they are very intelligent and sharp and tend to be good orators. They have emotional tendencies toward hate, anger and jealousy. They are ambitious people who generally like to be leaders. Pitta people appreciate material prosperity and they tend to be moderately well off financially. They enjoy exhibiting their wealth and luxurious possessions. People of Kapha constitution have well-developed bodies. There is, however, a strong tendency for these individuals to carry excess weight. Their chests are expanded and broad. The veins and tendons of Kapha people are not obvious because of their thick skin and their muscle development is good. The bones are not prominent. Their complexions are fair and bright. The skin is soft, lustrous and oily, it is also cold and pale. The hair is thick, dark, soft and wavy. The eyes are dense and black or blue, the white of the eye is generally very white, large and attractive. The conjunctiva does not tend to redness. Physiologically, Kapha people have regular appetites. The digestion functions relatively slowly and there is less intake of food. They tend to move slowly. They crave pungent, bitter and astringent foods. Stools are soft and may be pale in color, evacuation is slow. Their perspiration is moderate. Sleep is sound and prolonged. There is a strong vital capacity evidenced by good stamina, and Kapha people are generally healthy, happy and peaceful. Psychologically, they tend to be tolerant, calm, forgiving and loving. However, they also exhibit traits of greed, attachment, envy and possessiveness. Their comprehension is slow but definite. Once they understand something, that knowledge is retained. Kapha people tend to be wealthy. They earn money and are good at holding on to it. On the mental and astral planes, three attributes, or quas, correspond to the three humas that make up their physical constitution. In the Ayurvedic system of medicine, these three attributes provide the basis for distinctions in human temperament and individual differences in psychological and moral dispositions. The three basic attributes are sattva, rajas and lamas. Sattva expresses essence, understanding, purity, clarity, compassion and love. Rajas implies movement, aggressiveness, and extroversion. The Raja's mind operates on a sensual level. Tamas manifests in ignorance, inertia, heaviness and dullness. People of sattvic temperament have healthy bodies and their behavior and consciousness are very pure. They believe in the existence of God and are religious and often very holy people. Individuals of Raja's temperament are interested in business, prosperity, power, prestige and position. They enjoy wealth and are generally extroverted. They may believe in God but they also may have sudden changes of belief. They are very political. Tamasic people are lazy, selfish and capable of destroying others. They generally have little respect for others and are not religious. All their activities are egotistical. The person of sattvic temperament attains self-realization without much effort while rajas and tamasic types must make more effort to attain this state. These three subtle mental energies are responsible for behavioral patterns, which may be altered and improved through the practice of spiritual disciplines, such as yoga. The Ayurvedic physician can assist in this behavior modification. He is familiar with the functioning of these attributes sattva, rajas and lamas and he can determine which predominate in the individual by observing behavior and diet. Using these practical clues, he can assist and guide the patient toward a more balanced mental and physical way of living.